from Werner. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. David, what are your goals, expectations, and assists?
20 goals, 5 assists. Assists don't really matter to me because I don't think that's his job, but definitely 20 goals.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely 20 goals for me too. Yeah, I've got the Roma kit, by the way, Terry. I've got everyone's kit, if I'm being honest with you. So, Terry, F you. Wait, hold on. Chelsea show, and you're talking about rivals rent free. 6-1, KJ.
Yeah, 6-1.
1. The whole world is talking about you. The world. Focus on.
Hold up, just on one thing. You said the rivals. I mean, our rivals are not teams in 16th place. They're not rivals to us. So I don't know what KJ's on about.
Bro. KJ, what I've got to say to you is Cavani number 7 shirt.
Oh, that's an embarrassment. Oh my! We're gonna get into all of it. Don't worry.
We're gonna get into it. Everyone, hold your horses. Hold the horsepower. Hold it. Daniel, how many goals and assists are you expecting from Werner this season?
Yeah, like everyone said, assists don't really matter to me.
Yeah.
But in terms of goals, I think it's important he gets about 15 goals in all competitions.
Yeah.
15. So yeah,
Just
I think
15
is all right.
15 in all.
No, I'm being honest. If he comes back here with a 15-goal split, no one will complain because there's something to work on. It's something to work on and push on towards. Do you get what I'm saying? And you have to remember, Tammy's going to get a lot of game time with the competitions that we're in. Giroud's going to play games. I envisage that as well. So I can see this Werner. If we're being honest, I can see this Werner on the wing thing being something that persists. So yeah.
Oh man.
Like, if we want to be honest.
But you know what's mad? I don't feel like Werner's too bad on the wing, you know. Like I kind of get I don't know. I feel like he's
you can't play him there.
It's worse than Moisondo on the wing. No.
The reason why he looked good there against Liverpool is because there was space. They allowed, and we didn't even utilize him on the wing as well as we should have, because he looked very sharp in that game. But when you play against a low block, playing Werner on the wing literally takes his whole game away from him. You need to play him in the middle where he can work in small pockets of spaces, even if he can't run in behind, and can quickly finish, dispatch. And that's his best position for me, isn't it? If we're talking about
the problem with playing Werner and a striker is that because of the way that Werner moves, they're going to end up playing in the same position. So you sort of end up having like 2 people up front and no winger, and it doesn't really work. And then, as Danny said, when you play against a low block and he doesn't have the space to run in behind, out on wing, he's not that great.
Yeah.
The biggest thing
I don't disagree with that.
Go on.
I'll let you go, Joe.
Go on.
I'll go on, which is my point is there's nothing wrong with Werner when playing on the wing, drifting inside him, almost acting like a second striker, because now we have a left back who can carry and pretty much operate the entire left wing by himself and chill.
Yeah.
True.
And for me personally, I don't have an issue with him on the wing. It's just when he's playing almost like a left mid rather than like a left forward, and you're seeing him having to drop deep and dribble the ball. Like I've seen Werner for Germany and Leipzig, and I know he's not a technically gifted footballer. He's not a great passer of the ball. His first touch might be a little bit sloppy, but I know he's a gunman. This guy is a finisher. If you get him in the box, he will put the ball in the back of the net more times than not. He's got excellent finishing technique. So for me, I've got no issue with him playing off the left as like a second striker, is similar to what Mane and Salah do for Liverpool. And that's the only way where most of the top goal scorers
But that's not how Lampard plays him, though. Like, I literally took a screenshot of Lampard playing as a left mid, not even left, like a left forward, a left mid.
I remember that match.
He's literally on the left mid. I have a screenshot.
That is the thing. I don't like him when he jogs too deep, and I think naturally he's going to do that when we're playing against a deep block because he's not maybe had as much experience doing that with obviously in Leipzig with the German League, because everybody likes to play more of a higher line and press from the front. Against Palace and West Brom, these guys were just sitting back on the edge of the box, and Werner's like, "What the hell is this? You guys don't want to play football?" He's not really used to that. But again, he will get used. He will get used to it. And again, I have no issue with him playing left wing because if you look at our upcoming games, and even let me just bring it up because I know we got Seville. We got Man United coming up, so that's an easy 3 points.
Southampton.
Why have you said that? Why have you said it like that?
It's an easy 3 points. Clip this right now. Man United, easy 3 points. Anyways, back to what I'm saying.
I love it.
Man United.
Watch them turn into prime Bayern Munich against us.
It's only Man United, boys. It's only Man United. Look, back to the
You're going to be turned into a remix, I'm telling you, man.
Southampton with Hassel-Hüttl. Yeah, they play really good football. So they're going to press us from the front, and there'll be more space for Werner to exploit. Same with Seville, same with Man United. And I'm saying that they're going to be easy games for Werner to score, but these games are going to suit him a lot more against the likes of West Brom and the likes of Crystal Palace. So again, when these teams play up high against us, Werner on the left can work.
All right. Jem, you've been waiting patiently.
No, do you know what? He answered it really. He said everything I was going to say. I think what kills it for me when you see Werner playing on the left is that his natural abilities is his pace and getting behind the defence. And when I see him in our box trying to challenge and win tackles and things like that, I'm just thinking to myself, what are you doing? This guy needs to be up there, not back there. He's just ineffective. You can't. He's not going to hit them levels that we want him to if he's going to play in there. It's just not going to happen. Like Kai said, it's like a left midfield. It ain't even a left wing. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
It's like a left midfield without the passing ability. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
That's basically what
doesn't work.
No, but you know what? It's the thing. It's like I just think for us we have 3 attacking positions, right? Not including Havertz, who's gonna be like a sure thing, right? Like he's gonna play. I think I want us to have this 3 players who interchange, right? But I want mainly for Werner to be in the middle with Pulisic on the left and Ziyech on the right. I think the thing with Abraham is he doesn't have the technical ability that these guys have, right? Like on the ball, and his off the movement. I like Tammy right now, but his off the movement, he's not ready to be a Chelsea key starter. His off the movement, like look at the movement that Werner has whenever we don't have the ball. He's always trying to get into pocket of space. But if you look at Tammy when other players have the ball, he's basically just behind the line. He doesn't know where to go. He's waiting for the player to pass to him, and that's where he's most of the time he's not in the right position. So I think if we had players like Pulisic who can drag the defenders away from Werner, and Werner can make those runs, I think in the long run we'll benefit from it more. And we should do it. We should start doing it now, so these guys can start integrating into the system and knowing where each other is going to be. That way we're going to benefit from him a lot more than having Abraham in there.
Definitely. 100%.
I think just to piggyback off that point, I think if we are going to play 2 strikers, then one of them has to be Olivier Giroud. I think he'll be the perfect platform for Werner to play on.
Yeah, to bring him into the game. I see that.
What's your issue with Giroud? I don't see why you don't.
No, I don't even have an issue with Giroud.
Olivier Giroud is probably the best hold-up striker in the game. Like he can hold the ball out and bring people in like that.
But we're sacrificing an attacking position, and we have Pulisic.
Yeah, I get that, but Kai, what it does is it gives you a different. No, but it gives you.
But if we play 2 strikers, that will mean we'll play 2 midfielders behind them, and 2 midfielders are not enough in the Premier League. It's not enough in the Premier League.
Jem's trying to explain it.
As a second option, it's good to have, because if you're going to play Werner, say we play Werner, which we will do through the middle consecutively, there might be games where he goes missing. He's not getting enough. He needs a bit of support up there. He's struggling against the solidarity of the defense that he's playing against, because they're big guys, aren't they? That he's playing against. Bringing Olivier Giroud into it frees up one of the defenders, but also brings him into the game a bit more. Do you see what I mean? So it's an option.
But I just think against those small teams that sit back, every counter attack matters. And I think in a lot of the previous seasons, we had an issue whenever we try to counter attack. Most of our attacks just go out wide or wasted, or William just shooting it and hitting one of the fans in the back. It's just like, so we need to utilize those counter attacks. And I think that 3 pacey attackers in the front is better than to have Giroud when we start. We can have him whenever we are struggling to when we are struggling to score. But I just don't want us to start with him. And I think it just looks sexier if we had those 3 attackers.
Another thing that's going to be beneficial when we have Ziyech back in the squad is we'll have someone who can take free kicks and corners.
Yes.
Chilwell already looks really good on corners. I think Ziyech will be the actual one though when he comes in.
And he actually runs up to the byline. It's amazing.
The best thing about corners recently is actually beating the first man. I'm like, this is amazing.
We've suffered.
And people forget now,